Alrighty, Tone. We're back with another day, another dollar, another W. We both fucking sucked yesterday.
Yeah,
As
crapped
we,
out.
oh my god, I had a -7 uni day yesterday.
No.
Yeah, it was the worst day I've had literally all year. Like dating back to January it was my worst day. I had 4 hooks. It was one of the at one like you said before. I think at one of the past few days where like everything looked great at one point, and I was like, dude, I'm going to crush today. And then everything that I did just took a bad turn at some point in time or another, and we ended up crashing out. It was quite literally the woat, but we bounced back today. We have a big day, big slate ahead of us. We had the Rockets cash from yesterday and Baltimore's run total. Corbin Burns with a hook of 4 hits. Hurt, but thought the Mets were going to play it a
Yeah,
little bit
that
better.
was kind of you only let up 4.
Yep, only let up 4 hits.
Dude, I feel like the Mets got 4 hits on him in like the first like 3 innings or
He
something.
had 3 in the beginning of the second inning. So, yeah, it was like first 2 innings. I was like,
He's
oh,
fucking
dude, easy cash. And then he fucking
dialed
diced
it.
the rest of the game. He just was like, hold on, let me lock the fucking real quick. Sat up in his chair and was now dialed for the rest of the time.
Your Blue Jays are so fucking dead to me, dude.
After they came
They
back
will
down
not.
6-0 and everyone had hope and life. Yeah,
I
no, that
The
was
over in the first 5 didn't cash, but the over the full game did because the Blue Jays decided to just do nothing for the first half of the game. They got cleaned up by Lucas Giolito, who
dude.
hasn't
It was,
pitched in like a year and a half. It
yeah,
was
no,
ridiculous.
it
His
watching.
under his under I got smoked on the under strikeouts and then the total. Red Sox like almost did it by themselves. I just needed the Blue Jays to score anything and they got fucking shut out.
The fact that
I
we
was ripping my
won after we were down 6-0 was actually diabolical.
that fucking is, dude.
It was actually insane. It was one of the most electric things of all time, though. But it also anything Santander finally did something, which made me happy. I was like, "Holy shit, you're alive! That's cool."
Yeah.
His dong really fucking got us back and moving, and then my absolute goat Alejandro Kirk decided to step the fuck up, you know,
There you go.
elite ball player. But yeah, outside of that, still doesn't give me any confidence. Like we're 14-16, and the road looks like a solid even record for the rest of the season, with how just everything hurts. Anyway, it was also a bullpen game for us for the most part. So that's like our bullpen's cooked now. We used what six pitchers yesterday. We used it's nuts.
Yeah. It wasn't not great.
Anyway, moving on to today, we have our first game up. The Cubs and the Pirates are playing bright and early at the 12:35 mark. We also have the St. Louis Cardinals and the Reds at 12:40. We have a few 1 o'clock games, some early 2 o'clock games, and the rest of them are going to finish out at 6 or later. This is all Eastern time. I'm going to have to say this now in every video because I got like 4 people that still hit me up. It's actually insane. Anyway, the Cubs plus 114, the Pirates -20. Chicago money line is at 70%, so most people are on Chicago. Spreads of Chicago, totals on the under for the popular market. Paul Skeens and Colin Rea are on the mound. Popular market is the Nerfy. That's not exaggerating. The Nerfy is the popular line.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. I actually think I like the over here of 7.5. Obviously, like Paul Skeens, absolute ace, one of the most dominant pitchers, but it is the Cubs lineup who is a top offense in the league right now. So it's a tough matchup for anybody. Obviously, Skeens has the upside to go like 6 shutout frames. So there is that. And Ray is having a good season himself. Really good at locating, not like a dominant pitcher by any means, just kind of good at spotting up the zone. And against the Pirates, like probably can find success too. But, we've seen a lot of Colin Ray throughout his career. He's not he's like a pretty average pitcher at best. I think he's way overperforming what he actually is right now. So there's a chance that like Colin Ray regresses. Skeens gets tacked for a couple against the Cubs. So 7.5 low line. I think this morning it was actually plus money to go over 7.5. So obviously liked it a lot better at that point. I think like minus 115 is now the number there. So
Yeah.
Interesting spot. I think that's where I would lean though, is over 7.5.
Do you like the Nerfy in this one? I feel like I do.
Like,
but
what's the price? Probably not, unless you were getting
minus
plus 130
money for it.
Yeah, no shot.
Yeah, it's a tough sell.
Yeah,
sure.
no, I'm not doing that. Like again, I get it. It's one inning. I feel like everybody just like people love Nerfies because it's just one inning, just like 6 easy outs. But you are literally getting the best lineup. You are getting the best hitters from both sides. Like, I don't know. So yeah, I get it. Paul Skeens, dominant, probably gonna like go out there and fucking rock the Cubs, but
yeah, no,
I think 7.5 is maybe a little low, especially when you get to the bullpen. Like, if Skeens goes like 6 innings, lets up 2, and now you're getting into the Pirates bullpen, like that's not great. Cubs bullpen themselves is like average at best. So they blew the save last night, so or the win, whatever. So I don't know. I don't think I actually loved 7.5, but now I feel like I'm kind of talking myself into it.
100%. You definitely are talking yourself into it. But Jesse on the YouTube side of things is saying Pirates got an easy win today. Oh, he's a Pirates fan. Okay, never mind. Makes sense. He says, but no bias, of course. Crew's been hitting well early. So again, Nerfy definitely sounds risky as well. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I liked the Nerfy originally as it was when I was looking at it yesterday or last night. It was minus 120, minus 115, I think were the best odds. But BetMGM, I mean, not BetMGM, but ESPN Bet still won't let me actually fucking bet. So that's really cool. But can I load this up? Thank you. I think I also liked Paul Skeens over 1.5 earned runs. Kind of like you said, I think the Cubs can definitely get a few on him. He's gone over this 3 of his last 6 starts as well. I got this line at better than where it's at now, so kind of talking about it now, it's like hindsight bias. It's minus 140 now. I got it at minus 130, so it was a little bit different there. I was willing to take the juice at minus 130. I don't think I'm willing to push minus 140, but it was a spot I really liked. So if there's people out there that like the minus 140 line still, I don't think that's a bad spot at all. All right, we can keep it pushing. We still have the Cards and Reds at the 1240 slot. Feel like we've seen this matchup 15 times when it's only been like twice. But Cardinals and Reds, minus 105 for the Cards, plus 100 for the Reds. Over 9.5. Money lines with Cincy, spreads with Cincy, totals on the over. We have a bot, it's a bot, right? Abbott? There's no way that's Abbott. There's no A. Abbott. There's no A after the B's. How is it? Whatever. Fucking bullshit. Anyway.
Just a bot.
Nah, it's just fucking, you're just getting the boot. Anyway, then Matthew Liberatore on the other side. The popular play is Cincy money line, so people are taking the dogs in this one, technically. Even though these are both like minus 105, minus 100 teams right now, so they're kind of just like a dead split. Where are you at for this game? Do you have any plays for it?
Don't have any plays for it. I think I lean with the Cardinals here. I just like what Liberatore has been doing. He's got a pretty good fastball, good slider, gets a ton of ground balls. Reds, I actually just looked up this morning, have, I think I want to say the 5th highest ground ball percentage. That's just like a general number, not specific to lefties, righties, whatever. So maybe an even better match for Liberatore here. And then Andrew Abbott, I feel like in his last start, we kind of talked about the risk of him being a fly ball pitcher in Great American Ballpark. Don't have a ton of faith in him in his home starts, so I think I like the Cardinals. I think I also like the over just because, Liberatore, even though he's pitching well, hard to pitch in Great American Ballpark. Reds offense is kind of sexy, like on paper. Doesn't look great, but obviously can swing the bat there. They got Austin Hayes is playing well. Noel Marte's playing well. So I'm leaning with the over in this one too. Cardinals over 4.5 runs, a little high, but don't hate it. And then Andrew Abbott over 2.5 earned runs also feels pretty good.
I like the earned run line a lot. I was looking at that myself. You can get it for plus 100 on Bet365, or you can get it for minus 105 on MGM, DK, ESPN Bet, any of those places. That feels like a really good spot for the value as well. So I'm on you with the earned runs, as well as I like the other spots too in this one.
All right, then.
What are the odds you got the run lines at?
I haven't placed anything this morning.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
Which bet are you talking about?
You said you liked the Cardinals run line. You said what was the?
Oh no, Cardinals team total.
Team total. That's what I meant. Yeah, 4.5.
Looks like it's minus 113, minus 115.
See, minus 105 on BetMGM is the best. I like that too. I mean, that kind of pairs with it at the earned run line, but I think that's a really good spot as well.
Yeah. 4.5 might be a little high. Like, I almost feel like I'd rather just take the full game over at that point. Like, if you're going to bet on the Cardinals to score 5, red. Yeah, I think at that point I'd also just include the Reds in that to go over 8.5 in the full game.
All right. Yeah, I definitely like that spot. Wow, we got active movement on the money line. Oh my God, I haven't seen that yet. It moved. The fucking line moved. That's crazy. All right. Anyway, I feel like a child. Diamondbacks and Mets we have next. Diamondbacks plus 148, Mets minus 153. Over under you can snag at a juicy 7.5, or you can go for 8 for more comfort. Money lines with the Mets, spreads with the Mets, totals on the over. Senga and Gallen are on the mound, as well as the popular money play is the Mets money line for a juicy minus 150. What do you got for this one, Stain?
Yeah, dude, I like the D-backs in this one, especially for plus 140. Like, that feels like a really good price for a D-backs team they're good. Obviously, like, Zach Gallen is all over the place right now. It's hard to really determine, like, what the hell he's going to do. But I don't know, dude. He's a vet. We've seen a lot of good Zach Gallen throughout his career. I kind of want to just, like, not overreact to how bad of a season he's been having. Although I feel like I'm on here every single time Zach Gallen has a start, I'm here like he's due for a bounce back, and then he just gets fucking shelled. So I should probably stay off of Zach Gallen. And then on the flip side, Senga all around been pretty good. Just like really solid numbers across the board in terms of like ground ball rate, hard hit rate, strikeouts. So it's a tough matchup for the D-backs offense for sure. Looking at their lineup right now. Yeah, I mean, I think I think D-backs are a very live dog here. And then I also wrote down Gallen over 16.5 outs. Dude oftentimes just goes for like 100 pitches, regardless of like how bad his performances are. So, maybe he gets some quicker outs here against the Mets. I just kind of feel like the line that he can definitely get to. But saying all this out loud, I think I like the D-backs money line probably better.
Yeah, I think I like the D-backs as well. I'm looking at some shit right now. I think, like, I want to trust you on this Gallen bounce back. It's been one too many games of, like, it's due. Like, he's got to play better at some point. He's definitely had these stretches before where he looks fucking terrible. Well, you look at last year, it happened all of July. He had this stretch. And he bounced back crazy. Came back. Yeah, I mean, in the later part of July into September, he was cooking. So it's like, yeah, I think he'll bounce back for sure. Just a little rocky start to start off, but he's gonna do really well, I think, today. And his percentiles are still good. Surface numbers are still looking all right. Like, it's not like he's playing like absolute dog water and he's below the 50th percentile of it. Like, Everything's 55 percentile or
I mean,
above, 63, 73, like not bad.
In what? 73rd percentile.
He's like 73rd percentile in CSW, swing strike percentage, K per 9. Everything is above 63. He's at 73 for CSW, swing strike percentage 55. So he's like above everything. Like those are like the overlying surface metrics, but again, they're not like he's not playing horrible right now. In those at least.
Yeah, I mean, well, the strikeouts have been there for Gallen, but like he's getting hit around a lot this year. But the underlying metrics like don't look bad. They're like slightly below average, but like it's still a lot better than what he's actually like the actual outcomes of what he's been doing. So I kind of think plus 140 is just too disrespectful for Zach Gallen, but I also understand if like you're fed up with him because I kind of am too. But he'll probably bounce back eventually.
Yeah, we just got to be right the one time. We got to be right. It's funny because I did something very similar with Asar Thompson on the Pistons where he hasn't been passing the ball at all. He averages like 13 passes a game. So I was like, oh, under assists is a lock. So far this series, I bet on his under on assists one time. He had 4 assists in that game, which is like his most by far. I took him under 1.5. Every other game he's had 0. And I was like, this has to be a fucking joke. I was like, this has to be a fucking joke. I was like, that's the kind of shit we deal with on a daily basis when we bet every day. But Gallen's kind of been the same way, where it's like you bet on him to bounce back and he fucks you. Anyway, Twins Guardians is next. Minus 110, plus 106, over 9.5. Money line is at 80% for Minnesota, and then the spreads at Cleveland totals on the over by an overwhelming 90% here. We have SWR on the mound, Simeon Woods Richardson with Ben Lively. Popular market play is the over of 9. Where are you at for this one, Steen?
I do like the over of 9 a lot. I like the over in the first 5. I think I like that better. Again, 2 really good bullpens in the Twins and Guardians. Simeon Woods Richardson, like, there just doesn't seem like a whole lot of upside. Like, his fastball is sometimes there and it's kind of cooking, but then even when it is, it's kind of like a one-pitch pitcher, and he has a really short leash for whatever reason with the Twins. So he's a dude that I find hard to back a lot. And then on the other side, Ben Lively doesn't do a whole lot of things that I like. I'm not the biggest Lively fan. Underlying metrics don't look great. And, they're these two offenses like aren't the most overpowering by any means, but against these starters, I feel like they can find success. And I think I can double check, but I think this is going to be a huge weather over. We got breezes blowing out to center field will give hitters an advantage in this game. That's coming from RotoWire. So, yeah, I think I agree with the majority of people here going with the over of 9. If I were to take something now, though, I'd probably go first 5 over.
Really? Okay. First 5 over. What's it? I gotta look what the exact odds are for this.
I think I saw it at 5 earlier this morning.
Yeah, 5 looks like the spot. Minus 125, minus 120.
It's mine. Sorry, what's the best price for it?
I'm seeing minus 120.
Minus 120 for 5.
Yeah. Maybe I'm missing it.
Yeah. I think I like that a lot more than the full game. There's been pieces in the Guardians bullpen that have been struggling, mostly just Class A, but it still don't. It's going to take like one outing for Class A to like correct things and get back to his like elite form.
Yeah. I'm with you there for sure. First 5 feels pretty good. Minus 120 is very solid odds, so I'll be there for that. We also have another 1 o'clock game. We have the Royals and Rays. Top into that. Royals are plus 148. Rays are minus 160. You can get over 7.5, under 8.5. Money lines with Tampa, spreads with Tampa, totals on the under. Seth Lugo and Shane Baz, the Tyrone Tracy Believer, the fucking dynasty football GOAT. Popular market play has the number 1 play here is Bobby Witt over hits. Interesting.
Okay.
But betting on the MVP. How you down? How you
Yeah.
liking your season long so far? I know obviously we're at the very beginning. How are they shaping up for you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I've not really been keeping track of it. I have hold on, let me pull them up real quick. I have a couple on Tatis.
I was gonna say I've been looking at some
Um,
MVP just odds trackers recently because a lot of it has to do with like the show and everything I'm doing. And Bobby Witt's
yeah.
been still steadily climbing up the favorites. Um, Obviously Judge is kind of running away with the AL, which kind of sucks. But otherwise, I feel like Bobby Witt would have had a real chance. You know, Gunner's up there too at 50-1. He's a third. He's tied for third in the AL. NL right now, it's Shohei. Tatis is right under Shohei, and Kyle Tucker's tied with him. But Corbin Carroll's right on their asses. It's very interesting. And then we
Yeah.
have three Mets in a row.
Damn. Yeah, I remember I took Tatis to win National League when we were doing our season long preview.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like Tatis is dope, having a good season and all, but like it feels like it's gonna be hard to beat Shohei.
Yeah. Well,
It is what it is though.
right now,
I honestly
Shohei's
don't even
only
remember where those bets went.
plus 300, where Tatis is plus 400, so they're really close. Aaron Judge is minus 475 on the other side of things. So it's insane, but it's fun to look at. Definitely something fun to watch. Somehow Juan Soto is still even up here. Is insane. He's been fucking cheeks. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's keep it pushing. Dude, I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, Soto has 3 dongs the entire season, and someone like Corbin Carroll has 9. If you would have told me that like 2 months ago, I'd have been like, you're actually on crack.
9 home runs this year.
Yeah,
What
Corbin's cooking. Anyway.
It's crazy.
We'll keep it pushing. I mean, that was before yesterday. I don't think he hit one yesterday, but if he did, I'm missing that. But anyway, we have the Royals and Rays. Where are you at for this game? Shane Baz, Seth Lugo. What do you got?
Yeah, Shane Baz obviously having a phenomenal season, like what he's doing. Seth Lugo is a dude that I feel like I'm normally pretty down on. Like, I don't know. A lot of his like underlying metrics never look good, but you know he's made a career of overperforming them. So he's a dude I constantly find fading myself, and his earned run line as of right now 2.5 for even odds to go over. I think that's what I like the best in this game. So the Rays offense isn't anything special, but Lugo constantly going deep into games, a lot of opportunity to let up runs, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just that seems to be my play for like most Seth Lugo starts.
I can't wait to get the picket wrapped again, or the action wrapped, or whatever it is, to see the bet percentages on things this year, because they've got to be wild. MLB, I feel like I'm much more biased towards plays, and I play like the same shit over and over again, like you said. It's going to be funny to see.
I don't always take that. It's just like every time I see 2.5 runs for Seth Lugo and plus money, I'm just like,
it's a lock. It's a lock.
Yeah,
I might as well take it. I mean, it's plus money.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Anyway, but yeah, no, that's for sure. Yo, dude, Chris Sale. I was like, oh, popular market play, 9.5 strikeouts yesterday. Had fucking 10. I was like, that's actually insane. The popular market had a 9.5 K line as their number one thing for plus 340, and it cashed. That's fucking nuts. Anyway. Yeah, no, I like that play. Seth Lugo, I mean, I'll always take that plus money. I don't have anything for Baz, but Baz has been playing great. I just couldn't find a line I really liked, at least that stood out for him. So I'm looking back now.
Yeah, when I was looking this morning, he didn't have a ton out.
Yeah, you can get Ks for plus money or even money. That's not bad.
Sorry, what was that?
You can get his K line. I mean, he's been, obviously it's low right now at only 5.5, 4 plus money, and he's been kind of cooking. He hit over this against San Diego, Boston. Obviously the Angels and Pittsburgh are easier matchups, but considering he just got 6 versus the Padres, I'd feel really good about his K line going into today, despite Kansas City not striking out a lot. But he's been playing really well, dude.
Yeah, totally. Doesn't actually get a ton of chase in his profile, and whiff is about average. So I'd have to like take a deeper look into how he's getting like so many strikeouts. But yeah, Royals, tough matchup. Yeah, 5.5 might be a little sketch for me. But overall, I mean, Shane Baz is pitching really well.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's keep it moving. We have the Brewers and White Sox next up. A matchup everybody hates to look at. Eyes bleed when they see it. -175, +160 for the White Sox. Over under 8.5. Money line is with Milwaukee. Spreads of Milwaukee. Totals on the over. Sean Burke and Chad Patrick are on the mounds. Popular money or popular market plays under 4.5. Burke K's. It is super juice though. So, where are you at for this one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a real stance on this one. I guess like over 8.5 doesn't feel that bad just because of how like below average these two pitchers are. Yeah, I mean, Sean Burke is now rocking an xERA in the first percentile, so not great against Milwaukee. Chad Patrick doesn't really do anything special, but it is the White Sox offense. They were able to get to Tobias Myers yesterday, so maybe they're maybe those Chicago White Sox bats are heating up a little bit right now.
Jesus Christ!
Check a weather report real quick. But
did you see Yelich go on Barstool?
No, what did he do?
He was on. I think it was part of my take. Like, he was on one of them, and they just pretty much asked him about like the torpedo bats. They asked him if he finally gets a gold card now that he's in his 8th year of the league, so he can go into any ballpark he wants, and they give him the best seat, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They pretty much asked him all the in-depth stuff, which is really kind of cool to watch. If you guys watching haven't seen it, it's actually a really cool podcast to listen to or watch. On the YouTube side of things, where he just talks about like his thoughts on more MLB shit. And he said the torpedo bats was like all their pitchers' fault of why the hype came, because Milwaukee's pitchers fucking sucked those first stretch of games, and the Yankees scored like 40 fucking runs on them. And he's like, it had nothing to do with the torpedo bats. It's just we played like fucking ass. He was like, torpedo bats are not. We're getting smoked. And, he was like,
funny.
It was kind of a really cool segment to watch. So you guys look it up. It's a pretty good watch. But anyway, you were saying you were looking up some.
I was looking up the weather in Chicago. Says that there's going to be strong gusts blowing across the diamond. So, maybe over is a very live play here.
You seen 8.5?
I was also looking at team. Yeah, 8.5. Mm-hmm. Don't hate it. Don't hate it.
-110.
I was looking at team totals. Brewers are at 4.5 for -130. Feels a little expensive for a 4.5, but it could be interesting. White Sox at 3.5 for -104. Probably have better things to do than bet on a Chicago White Sox offense, but
yeah, I just don't think
it's the worst
I
bet.
can mentally be like, let me sit down and watch the Sox.
It's mentally
and
hard
cheer
to get
for
over
them.
that hurdle, but
yeah,
okay, so maybe we just go back to full game over 8.
Full game over 8.5, I can get behind. Team totals are tough. Either of these teams, the Brewers offense, I feel like I don't have too much confidence in either, from a watching perspective.
Offense,
but
it's Sean Burke.
Yeah,
they can get
it. We now have the Athletics and the Texas Rangers as our next game up here. Athletics +130, the Rangers -138. Athletics coming off a dog of the day dub at 7-1 win yesterday. They had 11 hits. The Rangers 9 ended up coming away with a lot more runs. Over under is 8.5 for this game. Money lines with Texas. Spread is with Athletics. Totals on the under. Jeffrey Springs and Tyler Mal. Is that how you say it? Malley? I don't know.
Tyler
Malley? Yeah, there it is. The popular play is Jeffrey Springs strikeouts. This A's team is the one team in baseball where it's like, yeah, I'm a Blue Jays fan, but the A's I can get behind. I'm like, I'm in. They're fun.
Watch.
Yeah, no, they're fun. And it's like they have sucked for so long that I want them to be good.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that one.
Anyway, what do you got for this game? Any big plays?
Don't have any plays for this one. Tyler Mahle's a dude who is pitching really well, way better than his expected metrics, but, kind of came back down to earth a little bit his last start. So don't have a ton of faith in Tyler Mahle, but like he has proven that his upside is there and can have a really good start. Springs, on the other hand, has been getting fucking rocked, and it's unfortunate. I don't think he's as bad of a pitcher as he's been with his 6.04 ERA, but tough matchup against Texas, not performing well, so don't have a lot of confidence in him either. I really don't have any plays in terms of like money line or total. I can scroll through some props right now. Do you have anything for this one?
I kind of like Lawrence Butler to stay hot. He had a big game yesterday. 1.5 HRR you can get for -105 right now, or plus 100 even on BetMGM. Good matchup for him. Righty pitchers, he rakes as a left-handed batter, so obviously it's the platoon advantage today. His bat's been rolling, hitting over this line in 2 of the past 3 games with a 7. Obviously HRR yesterday. He's one of the most explosive players in baseball, where I feel like when he gets hot right now, he's rolling, as we saw earlier in this season. And I feel like this is a great matchup for him. Earlier in April when they played Texas the first time, he also crushed this time. My props cache didn't load. Hold on. 1 second. Let me get back to it. My shit just crashed.
Props.
It just be doing that. Yeah, earlier when they played Texas in that 3-game stretch, he hit over this in all 3 of those games. So again, he's just been kind of raking this Rangers team. So I expect him to continue to do that today and then keep hitting this line. I like it a lot.
All right. Looking through it real quick, it is super juiced at -144 at DK, but Tyler Mahle under 5.5 strikeouts does feel pretty good. Only hit that once this year against the Angels, and we know the Angels strike out a ton against everyone. So A's good offense, don't strike out a ton. 5.5 feels really high, but obviously, there's a reason. It's pretty fucking juiced. So
yeah, -144 is what I'm seeing on FanDuel on my end. It is a popular market play. It is a third most bet on play. So the people are agreeing with you. Sometimes I feel less confident when the people agree with me, but we'll see how that rolls. Nationals and Phillies is our next one here. +157 for the Nats. Phillies are -165. Over under 9.5. Under 10 is the total. Then we have the money lines with Philly. Spreads with Philly. Totals on the over. Brad Lord with Taijuan Walker on the other side. Our popular play of the day is a Bryce Harper perfect home run at +360, along with Phillies -1.5. Those are the 2 lines that are tied for that most played spot. Where you at, kid?
Taijuan Walker's a dude who I'm always taking his under strikeouts, and he is kind of cooking in the strikeout department at least. Doesn't do a good job at many other things, but he is getting the strikeouts right now. And so he fucking owes me, and I might go under his strikeouts one more time here. Don't look at his props cash because he is going over, I think, in like 4 of his 5 starts.
A lot of green on the chart.
A lot of green on his over strikeouts, but I swear to God, he is not actually that type of pitcher. But there's other ways that we can fade Taijuan Walker. I don't need to go down this rabbit hole again. I like the over full game. Really like the over in the first 5. Walker just gets hit a ton. Brad Lord gets hit a ton. I think I saw this morning. I'm going to double check right now, but Brad Lord's XBA, 2nd percentile, his hit line 4.5. I think it is a little juice though. I'm seeing -135 for 4.5 hits allowed. Brad Lord, don't actually hate that. Yeah, it is a little expensive, but if 4.5 is very low for Brad Lord. I guess my only concern for him is like how deep he would actually go into this game, but Phillies lineup obviously good. So
how deep did he go his last outing? He's been seeing what? Yeah, not very.
Doesn't go deep, but in his last 3
12.
games, 5 hits, 6 hits.
Yeah.
We're talking about
He's getting
Mets
raked.
at Colorado, at Pittsburgh, like
Yeah.
not great.
Getting raked by Colorado is tough. But
It is. At least that game was in Colorado, so you got those park factors going on. But
yeah, for sure.
still, at the same time, like dude just lets up a ton of hits. So I like his over 4.5, even though it's a little expensive. Like the over total runs first 5. Feel really good about those plays actually. So I think that's where I'm gonna go. I also really like Walker under strikeouts, but I don't think I have the mental capacity to do that again and get burned by it. So I'll probably end up staying away from that.
Okay. There's good odds on it. -102 feels awesome. But yeah, I don't feel too confident about that one either. Now we go to the Red Sox and the Blue Jays after the Blue Jays had an elite W yesterday. After coming back down from 6-0. Fuck the Red Sox. How you doing? -105 for the money line for the Sox. +100 for the Jays. Over under is 8.5. Money line is with Boston. Spread is with Boston. Totals on the under. Barely. Jose Barrios and Tanner Houck are on the mounds. Popular play for today is Devers to have a home run. Yeah, that's a popular play.
Yeah.
So I do have one play for this game. I do like Jose Barrios to go over 1.5 walks. He owns a 10.4% walk rate. Already issued 3 walks Boston earlier in April. Averaging 2.5 walks per game this season. Hit this in 5 of his last 6 starts. He's 3 for 3 hitting the over at home. He fucking is the most back and forth pitcher you'll ever see with your life. He either looks like he's about to be the most elite pitcher you ever seen with your 2 eyeballs, striking out 13 people, or he lets up 19,000 runs and 14 walks. So I'm gonna bet on him to be the latter today and walk a lot of people, and I'm gonna rock out with that one.
I like it. I mean, like you said, super volatile pitcher. I was actually looking at over 2.5 earned runs.
I like that as well.
Obviously, this Red Sox offense is fucking humming right now, so probably a bad matchup for Barrios. I also like the over of the full game, like the over of the first 5. Tanner Houck, I don't think is as bad as he's been pitching. Like, obviously, 7.58 ERA is like probably shouldn't even be in the major league. I don't have a ton of confidence of him actually turning it around though. So yeah, I mean, like you take the over of runs and Houck games, like you've been fucking cashing. So I don't think today is going to be that much different. Got Barrios on the other side. So I think the first 5 is what I like the best of over. I think it's 5 runs. Double check that.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
First 5 total is 4.5, -105 at BetMGM. Like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I do too. That's a good spot.
Damn, son.
Now that we're betting on Barrios to suck, he's going to have a actual masterclass.
Yeah, it's going to be
He's going to have 10 Ks, 0 fucking hits, like no earned runs, and we're going to look like fucking dumbasses. Even though I'm going to be hyped because we're probably going to get a dub there, but he's going to, I know it. I just know how he is. He's a fucking bitch. Anytime you want him to do bad, he cooks. Anytime you want him to cook, he does bad. It's like a lock every time. All right. We can keep.
Yo, you can continue on to the next game, but give me 1 second.
Go ahead. Yeah, take it down. I'm going to go on to the next game while we have the Tigers, Angels. Tigers -120, Angels +112. Over under 8.5. Money lines with the Angels, spreads with the Tigers. Under is the total we're looking for. Kikuchi and Mize are on the mound. Popular market play is going to be the Angels money line by a lot. A lot of people are loving the Angels today. I would have to agree. I'd probably lean the Angels here. Obviously, the Angels have been looking good recently. Drew says Cubs as underdogs is crazy versus the Pirates. No, it is insane. But listen, Jesse earlier in the chat said it's a lock. He locked the Pirates win. Jason, what other bets have I missed? We've gone over, you can rewind. We went over each game so far. We'll probably do a big recap of the plays that we're placing. Also, make sure if you've missed any plays, you hop into the Discord because we have all our plays are going to be posted on there once they're finalized and they're ready to go. So, yeah, no, I really like the Angels in this matchup as dogs. I like Kikuchi a lot. I was looking a little into Kikuchi's lines earlier today. Obviously, we have a lot of juice on the strikeout line, so we aren't going to lean there. But honestly, even taking a bump to 6.5 for plus money feels like it could be a really good spot with how much Detroit has been struggling versus left-handed pitchers. They're striking out the 8th most in the last 15 games, along with the 6th most this season. So getting some really good value on that. And Kikuchi's had 6+ strikeouts in almost every game outside of Minnesota where he had a shitter. So I expect him to have a big bounce back today. And hopefully it looks good in a great matchup. But again, always willing to bet on Kikuchi in one way or the other. Hashtag rip for not being a Blue Jay anymore. But it is what it is. I also like Kikuchi over 16.5 outs today.
Dude, I had that one too. I like it a lot.
I feel like he can go pretty deep
him
in this game.
Mize. Yeah. I think him and Mize can both go over their outline. Both is at 16.5. Mize is a little more expensive. Obviously, he's been pitching better and has the easier matchup. So I think that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, Kikuchi goes like 6 innings pretty often. Last year, he went over
in the 60%
went
of
over
games.
16.5 out 59% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
This year, he's already had 4 starts of going 6 outs. So I think the 2 times I bet on him to go 6 innings was his last 2 outings against Minnesota, which he got raked, and the Giants, which he fell a little short. So of course, that's how the cookie's going to crumble.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. My strikeouts I thought was also interesting at 4.5. You can get it at minus 106.
Mm-hmm.
Not the biggest strikeout guy, but obviously like Angels is a money fucking matchup. Don't know if his like pitch arsenal is really that conducive for strikeouts. Only 19.5 K rate, but you know, Angels do offer you a lot of upside. So I think 4.5 is a pretty good line there.
Yeah, no, I like that spot. I like both these pitchers today. I think they both can cook in different ways. But I was saying I like the Angels straight up today. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's a pretty good spot. Plus 110. They've been rolling.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think there's good value on it for sure. I feel like the past couple of days I've been burned by the Angels and I'm fucking sick of it. But yeah.
All right. Well, we can head to our last game, the Rockies versus your Giants. Minus 250 for the Giants and plus 225 for the Rockies. Over under 7.5. Obviously, the most heartbreaking loss I've had in a while of Chris Sale losing to the fucking Rockies yesterday. But, you know, that's life. Colorado has, the spreads with Giants totals on the over. Verlander and Freeland are on the mounds. A popular play is San Fran minus 1.5. Where are you at for this one?
It's 1.5 for San Fran. Yeah, I mean Verlander is actually pitching really well right now, which is great to see. So yeah, I don't know if there's like any real value on taking the Giants minus 1.5. Freeland's not a dude that I have a ton of confidence in. Looked great in his first 2 outings. I think what he normally is what we've seen since then. So lets up a ton of hits, doesn't get a ton of strikeouts, does get a good amount of ground balls, but a lot of times that, you know, still leads to really poor performances. Dude, Verlander's strikeout line is all the way at 6.5. Like,
that's nuts.
I get it. It's the Rockies, great matchup. And I understand Verlander has been like, Verlander's been good. But man, 6.5 strikeouts for Verlander, dude. It really makes me want to go under.
No, I mean, it's a high line for him for sure. It's just I don't know if I can.
He only went over in 24% of his starts last year. and this year has done it once against Cincinnati.
But it's the Rockies.
It is the Rockies. But, I mean, he got 6 strikeouts against the Angels.
Yeah.
Great matchup. 2 strikeouts against Seattle. Great matchup.
Fair.
I don't necessarily want to do it either, but, like, 6.5 for Verlander feels kind of crazy.
Drew's got a good one. Verlander to record a win. What do you think about that?
What's the price for it?
I gotta look it up. It's on. I gotta go to odds real quick and look it up manually. Pitching props. Verlander record a win. Oh my! It's plus 130. That's insane. I feel like.
Yeah. Don't hate it. What I mean, Verlander doesn't have a win this year, does he? I don't
Yeah,
think he does.
which is crazy though. But it's like the Rockies. Like, come on. I mean, if he's gonna win a game, it's today.
Yeah, maybe. Verlander's had like easier, or maybe not easier, but Verlander's had good matchups before and doesn't come away with a win.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like it's so hard to project wins because there's so many things that go into it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like your offense has to perform, your bullpen has to perform, then the pitcher has to perform.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Well, I
don't know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard for me to like get a gauge on what a good number is for a win. So plus 130, yeah. I mean, it does feel good, but like it's probably not. You know what I mean?
100%. We do have our dog of the day, though, we have to get to. I think we're both on the same wavelength here of the Diamondbacks for plus 140. Feels like the lockety lock to go with.
That one feels like I said, I think a couple days ago or something, like most in spirit, you know. I think there's cheaper dogs that we can go with that like aren't really dogs, like the Angels at plus 102 or something, you know.
Yeah. But this is the dog of the day. Yesterday we could have gone Angels and we would have lost, but we didn't. We went with the dog and we went with the A's, and we know we came out on top. Past 2 back-to-back dogs, we have won, taking the longer odds. Why would we stop? Why would the train stop now? It's rolling right now. We are chugging along on these over plus 140 odd plays. Let's keep
then.
Let's keep the lockety locks going. I like the Diamondbacks to come away with a win here. I never felt better about it. I honestly, like, let's just keep it rolling and feel great about it. Plus 140 for the Diamondbacks is where we're going. Who the fuck is hitting a nuke today? I've yet to hit one. I need to hit one, damn it.
We're close.
We have been so close.
So in terms of just ballparks to look towards, Cleveland, Minnesota, good weather for a home run. Great American Ballpark, always a great spot for a home run. Don't hate going with a Nat or a Philly, just because of the starters there. Let's see. Don't even. What about like, not one of the ballparks I just mentioned, but Jackson Churio?
What's the odds out there?
At FanDuel, where'd it go? I just clicked off. I don't know where the hell it went. It's gone forever. Plus 450 at FanDuel.
I feel like it's not a bad spot at all.
Has 6 on the year.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, I thought his underlying metrics would be a lot better than they are right now.
After I dive into the play a little bit, don't feel as good.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just take my vibes and go with another Lawrence Butler dong today for the boys, plus 500.
Okay. I was going to throw out Nathaniel Lowe.
That's not a bad one.
Plus 560 at FanDuel. Taiwan Walker, great matchup. Good weather for a home run here.
All right. Well, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead. I'll figure it out, and I'll post it in the Discord.
I think Nathaniel Lowe's a good one.
Yeah, I'll look into all these, see which one of the best odds I like the best, and we'll post it in the Discord. So make sure you hop in the Discord if you're not in the Discord. And we'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, all sort of fun shit down below. As we're live every single weekday on the channel for MLB picks and plays. And yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow. Same time, 11 a.m. So make sure to come back, same place, same time. How you down? And we'll break down tomorrow's slate as well. So see you guys then. Make sure to like, subscribe. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Dumb.